Well, welcome back. I've been shopping. I really need to get 205 finished. However, I've managed to buy a Wartburg, and I've got another one coming soon. But just got back. East German, Volkswagen based 4-stroke in the later ones like this. The earlier ones were 2-stroke. Don't really know much about them. It was just, yeah, why not? It'll only be a quick introduction now. I'm going to see if I can get it fired up. There's a few things missing, it needs sorting out. But apparently the carb's in the booting bits. But I'm going to try and just see if it'll fire and see what happens. Bit of a rarity in this country. There's only been told about 20 of them because they were never sold here in this guise anyway. The Wartburg Knight sold in the UK, I think it was the late 60s, early 70s, which is basically a 3-cylinder 2-stroke version of this car. They were an old 60s car that didn't really get updated much because obviously the East German side of things was a little bit restricted in Cold War times. But hopefully this will be at the festival and exceptional. It's in July, so giving me quite a bit of time to get it done. I'm picking the other one up soon and then basically make one good one out of the two. I say good, better. I think good is stretching it a little bit. But one better one out of the two, and then decide what to do for whether it's parts, because there are no parts for them, or whether to sell it on. I've already had a couple of people interested and I've not even got it yet. However, I don't know which one's going to be, so we'll have to wait and see. But once I get a bit light, so any daylight, we'll look round it, because at the moment it's a little bit dark and dingy, but made it back alright. Imported into the UK 2018, and they all seem to be G, then the 3 numbers ATL, which is leftovers from a Lincoln area code for 1990 cars that are imported. You've probably seen quite a few others if you know what these are all about. I dare say people won't do. There's a small audience for them, I think, but why not make the audience a little bit bigger and have some fun with it. Alright, we have dash lights, it cranks, I've just tried that beforehand. We have number plate lights, fog lights, indicators, haven't tried reverse yet. Dip and main on that side. Sorry, okay, I've got a bulb out. Wiggle the bulb. Oh, it fell off. Give the fuses a wriggle and see if anything comes to life. Oh, yeah, that one now. What's that one? Oh, that's my headlight. Yeah, that's better. I've got all my headlights. Horns working. It's a little bit on the feeble side. Stick this on to start. Whack it up, see what happens. Now I have to excuse it while it goes dark because I've got to use a screwdriver, which I now can't see because it's dark. There we go. Let's turn some lights off. I don't know where the light switch is now. I just had it but now I've lost it. There it is. Okay. Well, she's cranking. Too much, too little, I don't know. Well, that's a bit of progress. Actually starts. Oh, we've got a side light out. So a little bit on the tinny side. Dude. It's like the same with the boot. It's dark, it's cold, but it's brilliant, love it. Well, it's the next day now, obviously daylight, and I can actually see a bit more what's going on. I watched the video back from last night, there's a lot of wind noise on it, so I apologise for that. Might be today as well, it's still a bit breezy. But today, just get it cleaned up a little bit, try and clean out the sunroof drains. I suspect that's what's causing the water leak inside, because it's coming from ripping the ceiling rather than through the windscreens and glass, things like that. So I'll just turn you around and you can have a look at it. She's lovely. Maybe. It's not quite as bad as the Peugeot was when I first started, but certainly needs a good bath. I'll give it a clean soon, get the snow foam on it. Excuse the shadows. Winter sun's never great for filming. Obviously left-hand drive, because they never made these ones in right-hand drive as far as I'm aware. They certainly weren't imported into the UK at this era as this model. As I said before, earlier ones were. But it's all very grubby and a little bit on the wet side in there, but I'm trying to sort that out, and then this will stop me thinking. I get a good clean on these and we'll work out what to do with it. So, actually quite a lot of space inside, really. For what was a 60s car, is reasonably spacious. I mean, these were the main family car, really, I suppose, in East Germany. The other option was a Trabant. There's probably other things as well, but the before the Berlin Wall came down, there were very, very different cars on the either side. Things like Audi Quattros, Golf GTIs, Mercedes, everything on the West German side. And East German, they had these, and as I say, Trabants. But it's good to see a few of them around. As I say, there's about 20 in the UK, we believe, so it's worth having something a little bit different. At some point, I'm going to dig the Skoda out and do a video on that as well. I've got a lot of build photos and everything from it, so that'll be another series. But I need to find some keys for it, because the passenger door's locked and I don't have any keys. But very Volkswagen-ish in some respects, and very, very green, but very unique in a lot of other ways. I've told the engine, although it looks like a Polo engine, is only under license, and there's only a couple of parts that are identical, namely the Bloc. Everything else seems to have been a very slight difference. The gearbox and everything, all the suspension is pretty much unique to these cars, and they only actually made them for 3 years, 88 to 91 I think it was. So for cars that were 3 years, a long time ago, and were never sold in this country, parts could be an issue. But there's a decent club, the IFA Wartburg club, and several of these in Bloc. There's with the internet these days, and everything's accessible. It's a small world, really, so realistically you can still get the parts. There's still a hell of a lot of these out in Eastern Europe, It's just whether you can actually get everything that you need, but we'll see. Right, I'm going to get on with cleaning it, and then we'll go from there. Well, it's clean. Took some scrubbing to get that off, as you probably noticed, but a few marks on the paint. It's not actually that bad. The sun's awful. Can't really get anywhere without having shadows or the sun getting in, blinding the phone. So. But looking a lot better. I did do right, okay, so we do have a leaky sunroof. That's what we thought. Right, that's fine, because they're fresh bubbles. I cleaned off the green, but at least I know that's where it's coming from, because the whole roof's wet now. That's good enough for me. I can sort that out. Yeah, certainly a lot cleaner, but don't know how well it'll respond to polish, but we'll try that later once I've got the other one and built them both up, and actually then concentrate on paintwork and things like that, because the chances are that even though they're the same colour, it won't match just because of previous repairs and age, etc. But it's looking a little bit better. Still need to do the brakes on that. Now everything's wet through. Probably not the best idea, but never mind. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Get some more footage of it. Dry it out inside. I think drying it inside is the main thing. Sorting out the sunroof. I suspect the drains are blocked, as I say. So if I've got any drains, it might be the seal that's supposed to be a seal that isn't. Right, now it's all clean. We're missing the carburetor, obviously. I'm going to see if it'll actually fire. Did have a bit of a mess around with it last night. Got a bit out of it. But we shall see what happens. I'll just stick you over here. Not yet. Stick that on boost. Let's go. Breathe that in. I'll do me. We'll sort out carburetor. We'll be alright. There is one in the boot in a million pieces, but there was issues with it and it wouldn't idle and things, but I'll have a go at it and see what happens. At least if I can get it to run. Oh yeah, and I need to change that fuse. Should we say fuse? Let's turn this off. Yeah, actually quite pleased with it so far. Oh, it's just got too cold to be out here now. Hopefully I get this video out tonight, being Sunday night. And let me know what you think of it.